I did none of what I said I was going to do. I'm so aggravated with white. I mean, it might as well be. Ironically enough, I get so mad at self-proclaimed woke folks acting like because you vote for the lesser of two evils that you dumb. Like, you showed everybody you dumb by thinking it. Like, how did you even get to be black for this many years of your entire existence of life and not realize what the fuck country you in? And I'm not even talking about in terms of like, well, I guess it is in terms of racism. Like, it's a democracy where, even if it's a fake democracy, it's a democracy where people vote people into certain positions. Like, that's how we pick a president every year, and the country is run by a president every year. I mean, and we pick one every 4 years. You know what the fuck I'm saying. I'm not gonna pretend because Kamala has a sellout price, or because maybe she's doing what she needs to do to infiltrate. I don't know, you know. Maybe she on their side altogether. But bitch, I'd rather have her on their side than a psychopathic, than a known, publicly and commonly known psychopath who is actively reversing time in terms of oppression. Like, what you mean? You stupid. You're not dumb, you stupid. And you're not for the culture at all. I don't know who you for, because you presumably against colonizers, but you are definitely not for the culture, and you need to be Harriet Tubman at this point, because we don't have room. We don't have no more room. We don't have no more time. Ain't no more babysitting to be done. Once I realize you ain't for the culture, whether you realize you're not for the culture or not, you are no longer a safe space for me and mine. And fuck you. I'm not saying that you don't have the right not to vote, because just like I had the right to vote, you have the right not to vote. But my translation of you not voting is that you voted for him again. I always wanted to try this, so I'm going to try it now. Egg drop soup mix. What's in here? I wanted to try it, so I'm going to try it. No MSG added. If you believe that shit, take an ice pick. Or just take the whole thing like this and hit it against the counter. Nope, an ice pick. I have that. Go to town. Kind of broke open easily. And a few more onions to bring it down. I smell a pickled flavor. Yeah, you heard me right. I smell a pickled flavor in the meat mixture. So I taste it, and it actually, whatever it is, doesn't taste bad. But I didn't put nothing in there. There's no olives, no jalapenos. You know, I've seen OCD's chick fry her fish on the stove, bitch. On the stove. I was gonna fry her fish on the stove in beef. It came out beautifully. You know, these are disposable, so she threw them out after. So because these were from holiday anticipation, you can still see some here on the end. Yeah. But it's clean for the most part. It was lined in foil. So it makes me wonder if you couldn't line your pans with oil that would get stuff stick to it. For the record, I'm not going to do it, but y'all know I'm the container queen and practical maxim minimalist, so I got to figure out the simple way to do stuff if possible. So I was thinking about how, you know, I don't use foil anymore technically, but when I do, I use it to cover my dish, because you know parchment paper doesn't have gripability to cover a dish like this. And I don't use non-stick anymore. So this is 2-on-2 that I don't use. I don't use foil cooking anymore, and I don't use non-stick coated cookware. So what I did here was I covered the non-stick coated cookware with said foil that I don't use anymore. And like I showed you when I made the biscuits earlier, I just slap a piece of parchment paper over the top, and I bake the food on top of it when I'm baking like biscuits or something that has a crust. So all that made me wonder if it's possible to save if you're super lazy, even lazier than me, which is impossible. But if you're super duper lazy, I wonder if you can line. Now again, I say for the third time, it's not gonna work for me because I'm no longer using aluminum foil in my cooking. But I wonder if you couldn't line the base of your stainless steel and stove cook like that, just to make cleanup easier. So after you get through cooking and everything, you can pull the foil out and throw it away, and then just wipe your pan down. Girl, I can't do it because I'm not cooking with foil no more. But if you still cooking with foil, because I'm not judging you if you are, but if you still cooking with foil, I would try that to see if that would save me some time. Only if you compete with my laziness. Because if aluminum deodorant in the deodorant is deadly, I can't imagine why we would then create a whole platter of material made out of aluminum for us to cook our food on. But I know America don't have them questions for capitalism. If y'all ain't asking motherfuckers why they spent our entire childhood telling us that if we didn't have fluoride in our oral care products, that we was not doing right by our teeth, then I don't know why I expect you to not trust them when they tell you that aluminum under your armpit will kill you. Excuse me, small portions of aluminum used in deodorant under your armpit, for deodorant will kill you. But you got a whole ass aluminum foil product for you to cook your actual food that you actually eat on. I'm not saying anything about you directly because I've gone my whole life using foil. I only stopped using foil a couple of years ago. Excuse me, cooking with foil because I still use it for cover. But once I get my whole pots and pans situation come up where I have lids for them even when baking, when I have lids for all my glass baking dishes, I'm not going to use it for that either. It's so funny when you see MAGA motherfuckers that you know are MAGA motherfuckers, but they try to be closet MAGA motherfuckers so they can keep making money in their business. And they do like commercials for masks and shit like that. It's so funny. Tyler Perry is trash the way he jumped on this cannabis bashing bandwagon. Fuck him for that. Fuck him forever for that. I cooked the shells to al dente, and then I put cold water on them to stop the cooking. I'm going to do a final straining, and then I'm going to drizzle them with olive oil and give them a rub down. Let's check. I should drizzle it and with butter, but I'm a chill. I'm gonna go check on Mister, see how he's doing, because he was taking a nap, and he took a good nap too, honey. I'm gonna take a giant toke and check on that man. I'll be right back.